Okay, Vikas, we go right ahead. And the first question that I really want to ask you, and the times are very bad around us. It's very ironical that I have a man with me, who's very restless, who has been in Big Boss for 2 seasons and hosting Ace of Space, where you really push people to be in close proximity. And right now, we can't with anyone. So, how are you taking this period?
So I think ये period ना is a forced ace of space for everyone. I think at this point of time हर किसी को अपनी space में confided रहना है और I really personally feel we all needed this so badly, very badly. I think somewhere I was a little restless in the beginning when this started, but now I have kind of understood कि your body needs this, your mind needs it, your life needs it, and Palash Muchal is also in the house. Palash, by the way, I loved the song that you did with the sports people about staying at home and stuff like that. It was very, very, very cool. Sorry,
Yeah.
Huh.
But are you really, bound at home? And what do you see outside when you look outside your building?
Sir,
Are
outside my
people
building,
coming out? Are people not coming out?
सर अभी तो कोई नहीं आ रहा बाहर, पर जो लोग आ रहे हैं वो बेवकूफ हैं और वो आ भी रहे हैं लगातार. इफ यू कम टू थिंक ऑफ इट, बिकॉज सम ऑफ देम आर सेलिब्रेटिंग. अभी जब उन्होंने कहा था 5 बजे तो गरबा कर रही थी लेडीज, लोग भंगड़ा कर रहे थे. अभी भी लोगों को डंडे पड़ रहे हैं, लेकिन फिर भी उनको समझ में नहीं आ रहा. कोई दूध वाला बनकर घूम रहा है, कोई कुछ कर रहा है. What they're not realizing is that countries like Australia, countries like US अभी तक start नहीं हुआ, but countries like Australia and other places in Europe have going ahead and putting 6 months lockdown. अगर ऐसी कंट्रीज 6 महीने का लॉकडाउन कर रही हैं तो उसका मतलब यही होगा ना कि कितना सीरियस है ये. एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली एवरी सिंगल पर्सन हु इज यंग फील्स दैट कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. ऑफ कोर्स उनको बहुत कम फर्क पड़ेगा बिकॉज their immunity is very strong. Maximum what happens is that they will go down to the hospital and come back from there unless they have an ailment already. But you know what they will end up doing is that they will give this virus to people who will matter in their lives so much, and they might not be able to deal with it. Parents, grandparents, teachers, could also be little kids who are still under 7. So yeah, they're very scary situations, and we can all laugh about it, create memes, joke, and I think we should take it lightly because or else we'll get in depression. But this is one of the toughest times that human beings are going to be facing, so we should all come in this together.
But what are you doing? How's your schedule? You get up in the morning. I'm sure you don't get up at the time you used to get up earlier, and you must be later than usual. आप कैसे pass कर रहे हो time?
Other thing is, I have gotten into a very bad schedule. मैं कभी भी सोता हूँ, कभी भी उठ जाता हूँ, कभी भी कुछ भी करता हूँ, लेकिन I am trying my best to get back into schedule because this is going to go on for some time. मुझे नहीं लगता ये अभी खत्म हो जाएगा 21 दिन के बाद. मुझे लगता है ये जून तक जाएगा, ऑलमोस्ट मिड जून तक minimum this lockdown will happen because that much time minimum is required for any progress to happen in kind of dealing with the situation. But there are a lot of other problems. There are other situations and conditions that I'm worried about. If you guys would remember, there was a little thing that I had done on Danish's birthday. I had gone to this orphanage where I usually go. There are some 60 kids there, and कुछ जो बच्चे हैं उनके जो थोड़ी बहुत families भी होती हैं वो भी आकर उनको ले जा नहीं सकती हैं. The kids there don't have proper masks, sanitizers, and things like that. So I'm a little worried about that. I'm trying to figure out how to get all those stuff sent off to them and make sure that there's help there. So we can be all having fun. Some people are here writing all sorts of nonsense, but what they don't realize is there's so much more trouble, more problems in the world around you. And I'm not even talking about other countries. And yet no one's doing anything about that.
There's a school of thought that, like there's love of God, there is punishment of God. Do you believe that this falls in the latter category?
Actually, it does. So there are a lot of there are a lot of theories about this. There's a theory that China has done this purposely. There are videos that claim you claim to you that 2 years back on a Chinese TV show, you had gone ahead and you can see that they had spoken about a virus called Corona, something similar has happened, and somehow Wuhan has the only city that got affected, no one else got affected by it at all. And yeah, there are conspiracy theories about that, then there are theories about maybe we are the virus on Earth and Corona is the cure because we have done so much bad to our planet Earth. You know, in all of these things, there's one thing which is true. The truth is that we haven't valued our lives, we haven't valued our existence, we haven't valued कि Earth जो है वो हमारी है और हमारी responsibility भी है. So I think somewhere this will be a wake-up call for people who are intelligent, educated, and educated doesn't only mean going to college. Educated means they know, they have knowledge about what is important, what's not important. So yeah.
Does this make the people come closer in future, or do you think we remain the same as the world has changed? You know, in recent times, there is so much of hatred, there's so much of manipulation. Does this make the world come closer in future, care for each other? Or, you know, again, coronavirus is being shamed and people are attaching a certain stigma to it. There is a certain section of people doing that. So, so where do you see the scenario going in our day-to-day life?
The idea, I'll tell you what, I totally think that while हम लोग यहाँ पर अलग हो गए हैं एक दूसरे से, पर ये हमें करीब लाए, क्योंकि दूरियां ना करीब लेके आती हैं, वैल्यू नजर आती है चीज़ों की. And I feel that with this lockdown, with these things, we will soon come closer to each other and we will realize that we need each other so much more. तो मुझे लगता है कि ये बहुत important है कि somehow that we all will have to. It doesn't matter whether you're in Delhi, Bombay, London, or US. Eventually, Earth is one. We are getting attacked as one, and this virus, let me tell you, you know, it's so ironical that ये वो जो आपका पूरा survival of the fittest वाली theory नहीं है सर, वो हो रही है क्योंकि ये वायरस अटैक किसे करता है? उन लोगों को जो कि बूढ़े हैं, जिनकी इम्यूनिटी कम है, जिनको या तो कोई प्रॉब्लम है, डायबिटीज है, breathing issues हैं, and they are finishing off people like that. The kids who are under 7, whose immunity is lesser. So if you come to think of it, this virus is actually only letting the fittest survive and the weak dead. And it is our duty to take care of the weak because sometimes the mind is way more stronger than your body and we need the experience of the people who are with us. We need to take care of them. The mistakes have been done by a lot of generations. I hope that we can come together and do something about that.
Because how do you maintain positivity in such a situation? What is your message to our fans? Because, you know, howsoever we may deny and, you know, whatever, there's a huge amount of frustration creeping in as every day progresses along. And, you know, you're just sitting at one place holding the phone and it's 7 p.m. So how do you maintain positivity? What's your message to our fans, to our viewers?
ये हमारे ऊपर है, हम हवा बनाएं किसी चीज को या ना बनाएं. ये अगर if you are going to really change this whole process, then you can do that. You know how? It's very simple. Think it's like a comic book, and you are the heroes. You have to save the earth, and you have limitations. And with that limitations, you're going to go and do whatever you can to save your loved ones, save yourself, save this planet. And I've always believed that when you bring fantasy into your real life, you can really do magic because magic is unplanned. There's so many people across the world जो अपनी तरफ से कुछ ना कुछ छोटा मोटा कर रहे हैं जिसकी वजह से चीज़ें डिफरेंट होंगी, जिसकी वजह से कुछ लोगों का लाइफ बेटर होगी. एंड आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी द पॉजिटिविटी दैट विल ब्रिंग इट. You'll bring out the hero in you. Prove to yourself that you can be a hero. And I think everyone then can be having something to do. Not doing anything, sitting at home is frustrating.
आपका schedule क्या है विकास? I mean, आप घर में कितना काम कर रहे हैं? Everybody wants to know. You know,
listen, we are working. Let me tell you, Ekta's resume meetings altogether. We have Skype meetings happening. Today I have a meeting at 9:30. So we are back into writing business. I have the next 2 seasons of Class of 2020 and 2021, which I am already starting to write. So that's going to be happening there. I'm working on my feature. And plus, I'm going to start learning to play an instrument that I had bought around a year and a half back, and I had not played it or not tried learning it now. There are a lot of things that I want to do. I will be able to do it. And yes, cooking stories will come. I will be teaching people how to make rabdi, the easiest thing to make in the world.
Because what has come to a halt in your life? What were you exactly doing? I mean, right now, some of your shows and, kya ruk gaya hai?
What has come to a halt in my life is there's a lot more. I don't work in what do you call it, in seclusion to myself. I work with a lot of people. I have employees. I have people who have been working around with me for some time. All of them have to be sitting at home. It will be so difficult for me also to continuously being able to pay them salary, because I will not be able to be making that kind of money at all. So it's going to be very difficult in the process of our normal lives that have been living. Plus, there have been so much that we were doing immediately. We were supposed to go and shoot. There were actors. The auditions were happening. All of that has been stopped. You know what is so difficult, and what's going to be more difficult with people is going to be, उनको लग रहा है 1 महीना है, अभी 2 महीने और अटक जाए तो आपको EMIs कहाँ से भरोगे? जो बच्चे यहाँ पर हैं, बॉम्बे एक्टर्स बन रहे हैं, वो लोग कहाँ से क्या करेंगे? Because they're sitting and they're doing nothing. The parents sitting at home, everyone's life is already affected. They just don't realize it because there's so much of excitement कह लो या फिर shocking element कह लो. All of this is happening, but yeah, there's going to be so much more happening right now. So we'll have to just see how it will.
Somewhere I get a feeling that you sound pretty sure that the lockdown will go beyond 14.
Absolutely, it will go beyond 14. It is logical कि ये लॉकडाउन अभी नहीं समाप्त हो पाएगा. ये लॉकडाउन बहुत लंबा चलेगा. अभी 3 हफ्ते है, उसके बाद और आगे बढ़ाया जाएगा, बिकॉज पॉसिबल ही नहीं है कि ये लॉकडाउन खत्म हो जाए ऐसे. और खासकर हम लोगों के को रहते हुए, जहाँ पर हम लोग डिसाइड करते हैं कि जहाँ बोला है थाली पीटने के लिए और सॉलिट्यूड दिखाने के लिए हम जाते हैं सड़कों पे और गरबा करते हैं, भंगड़ा करते हैं और चीज़ें कर रहे हैं, जहाँ पर इट डजंट रियली help the purpose. There are people who have uploaded pictures of the entire colony coming together and clicking a picture. We are together in this. Stupid you guys are. They have been told to be away from each other. You're just doing the opposite there. Yeah. So I'm kind of angry about that.
One thing that bothers me, Vikas, I don't know whether it does to you, but there's a lot of information coming on the WhatsApp and, from unconfirmed people, which is floating and being forwarded. And how much do you read? What are you doing about it? I mean, isn't there enough that we already know about this virus and we stop,
I'll tell you something about this. I was watching a forwarded एक वीडियो था जहाँ पर किसी घर की हाउसमेट से पूछते हैं कि आपने कोरोना वायरस देखा? उसने कहा हाँ. वो बोलती इतना बड़ा है, आधा लाल है आधा नीला है और मुंह से निकल जाता है, दूसरे के मुंह में घुस जाता है. मतलब imagine that is the kind of information some people have about it. So there's knowledge which is absolutely required to be shared with people, but WhatsApp is not a place to be sharing knowledge, because WhatsApp से कोई कुछ भी करता है. और यहाँ देखो ना कितने वाहियात लोग हैं जिनके पास इतना वक्त है कि ये सारी बकैतियाँ बनाकर फॉरवर्ड करवाना, मतलब क्या है? They don't even realize कि their families, parents, grandparents, they themselves, their immediate friends and everyone else is going to be so much in danger, and yet you want to make fake news, fake forwards and have fun with it. Please don't believe any of this. आप लोग जो इस समय ऑनलाइन हैं, आप जानते हैं, there's a website that you can go and check about all the cool things, that you can know how to protect yourself, how to be living during this time. And do not believe in WhatsApp forwards. Do not believe in anyone saying anything. Check about it, because that's way more important than anything else.
I'm just drifting from coronavirus, and there's there are a lot of questions coming in from the readers, and I think most of them first want to know that what is happening to that project which you were supposed to start with Shehnaaz and Sidharth.
Okay, first of all, let me just clear this up. I was never supposed to start a project with Sidharth or Shehnaaz, for that matter. I think मेरा एक last live था जहाँ मैंने कहा था I would definitely be working with Sidharth in future, because I want to work with him and he would want to work with me. We would do something really interesting, but no, there is no project that I'm doing with Sidharth as of now. He is doing a project with someone. I know, and they are not yet signed. They were just discussing things, so he might say yes or no to it. But I am not working on a project with Sidharth. And everything about these people are making news about कि शहनाज ने मेरे को अनफॉलो इसलिए कर दिया क्योंकि मैंने उसको सिद्धार्थ के साथ प्रोजेक्ट में नहीं लिया. पहली बात तो प्रोजेक्ट हो तो शायद मैं लेता किसी को. See, the thing is, आप अगर मेरा जितना भी काम देखेंगे, you will realize that I take people in my shows or series based on what is required, not based on just equations. I am best friends with Surbhi, I'm best friends with Paul, but we don't work together. We don't have to work together because we are friends. We have to work together when we bring out the best in each other. And at this point of time, Sidharth, I've met Sidharth twice, but I'm not going out to go and put all pictures everywhere. Sidharth and I met. We don't have to go ahead and do all of that. I think some relationships, some friendships are nicer to be on their own space. Shehnaaz and I are very good friends. If we are not following each other on social media, there might be a reason. There could be a joke. There could be anything about it. But does following someone on social media so important? I don't think so. I just don't find it very exciting. And if I have to check on her, I will pick up the call and speak to her. I speak to Shehbaz way more than I speak to Shehnaaz or anyone else because Shehbaz and I can joke about things and I can just casually speak to him. Whereas Shehnaaz, every time I will pick up the call, then we will get into longer conversations. पर अब तो लगता है वो ज़्यादा होंगी because इतना वक्त है सबके पास.
No, but I understand that when you want to call her, you call her. But you know what I'm trying to also ask you, and these readers are also wanting to ask you the same, that शहनाज और आपकी दोस्ती में कुछ करवाहट जरूर आ गई है after the show मुझसे शादी करोगे, after you went in for a brief while.
As a matter of fact, I think I did a lot of good what I did, and I know somehow people will not understand because I was a little strict with her because I really strongly feel that Shehnaaz is such a kind-hearted person that for her to be in a show like that where she is sitting through the show without really being able to be enjoying on the show, I think आपको पता नहीं है जब वो जा रही थी, I don't think वो एपिसोड में दिखाया था, तो मैंने उससे कहा था अब तो तू खुश है गिद्दा कर, and she did such an amazing joyful गिद्दा before she walked out of the house. And she thanked me, and I'm so thankful that I have an opportunity to be around such a pure-hearted human being. I really adore her. I call her Khushi for a reason. And if she unfollows me and I unfollow her, maybe we are having chulbul panges of the smallest order, or maybe not. Anything is possible. But I don't think we have to explain it to anyone. क्या सही है क्या गलत है.
So what you're saying is basically ये छोटा मोटा झगड़ा है वो जल्दी खत्म हो जाएगा.
झगड़ा है नहीं, ये कुछ और ही है, पर मैं बताना नहीं चाहता क्या है ये. वो आएगी लाइव तो उससे पूछना, वो बताएगी क्यों उसने अनफॉलो किया या उसके बाद मैंने क्यों उसको अनफॉलो किया. मैं हमारी मर्जी, हम कर रहे पंगे, तुम्हें लेने पंगे ले लो, तुम्हारी मर्जी, तुम करो जब तुम्हें करना है. हम थोड़ी पूछ के आ रहे कि क्यों भाई तूने अपनी बहन के साथ बात क्यों नहीं करी, आज रात में खाना क्यों नहीं साथ में खाया.
Okay, being at home, you must be having memories, of this मुझसे शादी करोगे or Big Boss or whatever. So what is that keeps coming to you more often than not? Which phase of Big Boss 13 or 11 or मुझसे शादी करोगे?
I'll tell you what, I never see any of my shows. I don't enjoy watching Big Boss or मुझसे शादी करोगे or 1 or 2 or 3 because I don't like watching captive reality shows. I feel I can't sit through people getting tortured and you can't do anything. बस just TV पे देखो, बेचारा रो रहा है, बेचारी रोएगी और तुम क्या करोगे? Next day का wait करोगे कि क्या होगा? I can't do all of that. I rather feel कि once I'm done with stuff, then I move on to doing different things, and that's how I keep moving ahead. I think so.
One reader, Heli Kapadia, wants to know: are you reading something? Are you reading some books?
You know what I'm doing? I have just started something which is very very cool. It's called the 21 Stories Club, and उसमें हम क्या कर रहे हैं? हर रोज एक कहानी through a film or a web series. I'm promoting it out. We did Perks of Being a Wallflower, and it's a fantastic film. Some of you already watched it, and Aj I had announced the film called October. October is Sidharth Shukla's film. Very beautiful film, and a lot of the fans, a lot of the followers of the club are also going to be watching it, and soon we will upload some of the thoughts that we had after watching the film. There are a lot of these celebrities who people love so much are also part of the club, It's called The 21 Stories Club. It's on Insta, it's on Twitter also, and it's just started 3 days back. And I think that's how I'm indulging myself in different stories. So if you have any great ideas about the stories, the films that we should be watching, please let us know. We would be more than happy to have a sample out of that.
If I was to say close your eyes and think of one phase of Big Boss 11 or 13, which comes to your mind first?
11
Be
or
honest.
13?
Phase.
I think 11 right now, because that was my
And
first
what
time
part?
I was in a captive reality thing, and what comes in my mind are my times with Hitain, with Arshi, with all of these people, and what all was happening. So that was the first time I was in a locked up space. This is what's happening right now.
Surprisingly, nothing on Ina or Shilpa, the tips which you had with them.
No, they do. Actually, as a matter of fact, I recently saw some of the stuff that she's doing, and I think it's very cool of her to be encouraging people to be staying at home, etc. As for Shilpa ji, उनसे मेरी बातें नहीं होती, वो इतनी जहन में नहीं है इस वक्त, नहीं रहती हैं. I'm glad that she's happily living, and wherever she is, I'm hoping good things happen to her also.
But not the tips you had with her or the no joke you had with Shilpa.
मेरा problem ही life का यही है कि I forgive and I forget, but I'm learning not to forget anymore, because the person who does wrong to you once will do it again, no matter what you do. So you have to learn not to. So please be nice to people. Just don't let them be not nice to you, because if you do, then it's your problem, not theirs.
A viewer wants to know your favorite song before we sign off.
My favorite song, one of my favorite songs is from Parinita, which is Raat Wala song, Raat Akeli. I like that song a lot because it talks about how can you be in love with darkness, and yet because it's your own. Something very interesting about it. And recently I am loving the Malang track, which talks about Tikana, going back to your house. And but we are in the house now, we want to get out of the house, out of our Tikana. But we will have to be here for some time, be there for each other. It's very important, because that's the only way we will get through this.
Because you go down for groceries and medicals and medicines, or do you have sufficient help at home?
No, I don't have sufficient help at home. As a matter of fact, I didn't stock up because I was advised not to, because there was not enough for everyone.
Yeah, because they are not coming, though they say that we are going to deliver. I in Juice team having a huge problem. The phones are off the hook and nothing is being delivered. So what? How are you dealing with
with me today? Because yesterday I had sent out a lot of list of things that would be available for people, and yet I wasn't able to get today. I was told that that's not coming. It stopped coming. So kind of have to find a solution to it. There is a post that I've uploaded on my Insta about nearest places in Bombay where you can call for stuff. I hope some of those will work, and I will also attempt.
Yeah, but these numbers don't work, Vikas. I mean,
Yes.
I am putting the name of Big Bazaar on record. They floated a big advertisement. None of the numbers are working.
I am aware of that, but now we'll have to kind of find places which are working and make sure the others also get the same information, ताकि सब लोग आराम से ये जो period है वो काट सकें. You have a house.
Well, thank you for that, and we shall meet again
Absolutely, sir.
as soon as we overcome the coronavirus. Thank you so much, Vikas. Thank you once again
Bye,
from
guys.
SpotboyE.